Welcome back to my channel, T. So let's pull some cards. If the information pertains, try to obtain it. If not, you can refrain it. But if it makes sense to you, hopefully you will maintain it. So let's see. Let's see what the divine wants us to know or to look at. So I got feel yourself. So there's some areas that need to be healed. And once these areas are healed within you or the area, your whole body will be able to function better. So, an example of this is if you have a hard time losing weight, there is something going on within you. And when you're able to figure out, whenever you're able to do the work, to really go within and figure out what it is that is preventing you from losing the weight, you know, once you succeed at figuring it out, you will lose the weight. Because in order to lose weight, it begins with you on the psychological level, right? So, what that means is that you have to tell your mind what you want to have happen. And then when you get to a place where you want to continue to have the same eating habits, even though you've said, okay, I want to lose weight, if you continue to like stay in that place, then obviously you won't be able to lose the weight. But if you can get your mind to understand that when you have those hunger cravings, those urges to eat more, and to eat unhealthy things or eat more than what you should, you're going to bypass those desires and you're going to stick to the plan of losing the weight and not eating the things that are preventing you from losing the weight. And it's really a mindset. Like I said before, anything else, before you actually decide to work out, before you actually even decide to decide. So you'll want to fill the areas up in your body that are hurting or, that are not healed. So that way you can commit to whatever you decide to do. And you'll get to a place probably at some point, like where it'll become easier. And you'll say, you know what, I don't have a desire to eat that, or I don't have a desire to eat more than this. This is nice. And you'll notice that your heart will beat better. It'll beat, in a healthier way, and overall you'll feel fantastic. And you'll not want to go back to how you used to be because you'll remember that the way you were before, you didn't like it. You ached a lot, your body hurt a lot, and you might have had like chest pain or something like that, and now you don't. So because you filled yourself with the loving energy and with the divine's energy, now your heart will beat stronger, and then that'll allow you as a whole to commit to things that are easily obtainable and achievable. So let's find a card that can help us to support to fill yourself, because that's the first thing that you'll want to do, and that will make things easier for you. And so because you decided to fill yourself, now you can now go on your adventure, and your adventure is your plan. And I was talking about the weight loss. The weight loss is an adventure. There's a lot involved with it. Um, because in order to lose weight, you have to eat less. And another thing you have to do is eat better. So, eating vegetables is really, really good for you. And then you have to make time to work out. And one thing that will help you to stick with working out is to work out how you feel comfortable. At least do this at first, and then pick up the intensity of whatever you're doing, and then change whatever you're doing. So, for example, you may want to start with walking, and you don't have to walk that fast. Just walk at a pace that's comfortable for you. Make it fun and be open minded if you can to different ways of working out. So, because you're working on a part of filling yourself up before you start your adventure, um, that will get you going, and then it will maintain you on your adventure. And so, let's get another card and continue to find out some more information. And so, what I got is lessons in blood. And so, lessons in blood basically means that there are some very, very deep lessons that you'll need to discover or work on. You have to really, really think of like past mistakes, and you can look at other people's experiences. Like that can also help you with whatever you're working on, because really, in order to be a whole person, you'll want to look at the mistakes of others, the lessons of your friends, your family members. Um, you don't have to copy their mistakes. You don't have to go down the road and learn the same lessons that they learn. You can actually just learn from what they did wrong and allow that to help you to avoid making the same mistakes. So let's find a crystal card. And to tie that to the weight loss situation, you may have a family member that, um, you know, maybe um, always says, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start on this day. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start on that day. And then the days go by and then it doesn't happen. So now you can take from that situation and say, I'm going to make sure that I actually stick to it, right? So let's find a crystal card that can help. So when you are experiencing lessons in blood, which means you're learning lessons from possible friends and more than likely family members, you need to give yourself patience, because you have to look at all these different situations sometimes, and you have to really break them down so that you can fully understand how to learn from the situation, from the lessons. Sometimes, there may be times you won't be able to have your family help you with whatever you're trying to get help with. They may not know how to help you, and they just maybe they don't want to talk about their mistakes, but that's okay. Just give yourself the patience you need. Give yourself the time, and you'll figure out what you need to figure out. So let's find a card. And I got envision the future. So you'll want to think of where you want to end up. So let's talk about the weight loss a little bit more. So you became aware that you were struggling in an area, right? You were struggling with, for example, the weight loss. So before you can get started with that, you have to feel yourself. You have to mentally prepare yourself with the challenges that you may face in doing this. And then you have to accept that, okay, it may be tough, but I'm still going to do it anyway. And so you can take examples out of your life of people who may not have been able to do it. Okay, why weren't they able to do it? Because I don't want to follow that way. I want to follow the way of people who were able to do it. And then you just want to envision what you will look like, how great you will feel because you lost all of the weight. And now that you have, you can make more plans to do more things. So go ahead and envision the future with you looking a new way, the way that you've been working on because you gave yourself patience, right? You let yourself go on this adventure of weight loss. And now there's so much more you can do. And so let's find a crystal card. Not quite a crystal card, but flower card. I'm so used to using my crystal cards, but now I have flower cards. And so I have to say flower cards. So let's find a flower that can help us with envisioning the future, envisioning our new self, right? Our new self with less weight on our body so that we can get around more and do more. Maybe we weren't able to play with our kids outside because of our weight. Maybe the weight kept us in a depressed state. Well, not anymore, right? Now we can easily think of what we're going to do next because we were able to overcome the challenge of the weight, right? And the too much weight on us. And so now we can start attracting. And so we will be able to attract things that we couldn't attract before. It could be a relationship. It could be a new job because sometimes if you have too much weight on you, it makes it difficult to get a job and maintain a job. It's very difficult to have a lot of weight on you and try to work and to do a lot of things. You know, it's not easy. It can be done, but if you want the change, you know, you'll definitely attract more things in your life if that's what you choose to do. It's totally up to you, you know. Um, so you may attract money, right? When you're in a healthier state, it's easier to attract money. Um, you'll be able to get around better and do many things that you couldn't do before. So we started out with feel yourself so that you can go on the adventure and learn from people in your family or learn the lessons of your ancestors and give yourself the patience you need to do this because it takes time. And now you're at a state pretty much to where you can envision your future and you can start to attract the things that you want. And so I hope that this reading was useful to you. And I am going to say that there are so many ways that you can apply the message to your life, and I hope that you're able to see how to do that. And so take care.